I am officially a managing partner at Benson, Jones & Leland.
This is my colleague, Damani.
The bank publicist that was eager to give away your sperm. I'm sorry, what you say to me?
Your storage can both cells. I am not exploiting my babies for some cash flow.
Maybe I should focus on my goals and dreams and allow you to do the same.
Why is my client the only employee suspended? Why not Vice President Tony Williams?
Me?
Yo, what's good, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sistas review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to. But if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy thing. Y'all, this scene is wild. This scene is absolutely wild. The fact that all these white men are congratulating Andy after she literally bum rushed their meeting is hysterical. Because in what world? Then we have Fatima over here acting like she don't have not one bit of sense. She screams out, "That's my girl," in front of these senior partners. I said, Fatima, go to timeout. Put your nose to the wall. Because what are you doing? Right? Why y'all having Fatima become that chick? This is not in her wheelhouse. She may be a lot of things, but ghetto and really, that's my girl in front of all these. I said, but you know what? After they pulled what they pulled last episode with these partners dressed in all black with the baseball bat, I don't put anything past Andy and Fatima. It's just the fact that Fatima still has a job because she's nothing more than a legal secretary. They come when let me move on. All I'm gonna say is effective immediately. Fatima, go to timeout because you deserve it, and I need you to stay there until you get tapped on your shoulder, letting you know when you could come out. This scene is absolutely utter foolishness. So we're gonna move right on along. Tony, I like you, but you need to mind your business. Sabrina's fertility journey is a topic you need not to ever bring up again. For starters, it's sensitive, it's private, and it's none of Tony's damn business. Now, when Damani said, "I'm sorry, what did you say to me?" I said, I know that's right. Because who the hell are you talking to, Tony? It's just the audacity to even step to Damani when Tony has all hell breaking out within his relationship with Danny. And you have the audacity to step to someone who you don't even know. Per, I'm sure, whatever Rich has informed you in. I said, baby, these men have crossed all kinds of boundaries. They have crossed all lines of barriers. I said, what is going on? This is the prime example how people get their ass beat. Number one, if it has nothing to do with you, don't communicate it. Mind your business, mind yours. You are a man with the ex-wife, 2 kids in another country. You got too much on your plate right now, and you have Danny to deal with. I'm going to need you not to be worried about what sperm is fertilizing Sabrina's eggs, what eggs is being implanted into her body. It's none of your business, and it affects you how. Maybe you should talk to your homeboy about how to be a better man. Then you wouldn't have to have this conversation. And I'm going to leave it at that, and we going to move on. Pam is about to join Fatima in timeout. Pam wants Karen to tell her story so that it could boost sales. First of all, like Karen said, these babies will not be used to be exploited for a check. I said, really, Pam? Now, what I need Pam to do is she talk too much. And the thing she should be saying, she doesn't. But I'm going to need Pam to tell Karen, Aaron, and Miss Marie how Roots to Riches is not only hair serum, but it can be used as a lubricant. I'm not even sure why Pam hasn't brought this up to anybody. And I'm 100% certain that Miss Marie can use some. Because she likes to have sex a little too much. And I ain't trying to get in her business, but I'm just saying she look like she could use some. But, and I'm like, that's where the money is. That's where the money train is. You need to tell these people that, yes, it could do wonders for your hair, but it can also do wonders for you in the bedroom. You already got Maurice to be the spokesperson. He's used it. He's already tested it out. He's had no type of allergic reactions or anything like that. You sitting on a gold mine. Something that can be used on your hair and as a lubricant. Baby, what? That's a multi-million-dollar situation. I'm gonna need Pam to get on it. It just amazes me how Pam talks so much, because I still, label her as nosy ass Pam. You know what I'm saying? How have you been sitting on this? How have you not shared this with anybody? I'm gonna need Pam to get it on the good foot and let these people know, her partners know what's up. Lord, we see Rich. You know what? The more Rich is on our screen, I just realized that Rich is an exhausting character. He is so exhausting. Sabrina puts in entirely too much work to be with him and to stay with him. So Sabrina, let him do him, sis. Rich is emotionally stifling and he's not worth the trouble. He tells Sabrina, I should be focused on my stuff and, I'm going to let you focus on yours. She's been focused on hers. And the fact that she's not being so heavily focused on you, you have a problem with that. I just want Sabrina, it's obvious that she's at a point in her life that she wants something real. She wants something sincere. She wants a family, preferably with a man who wants it as well. And Rich is just not that person. And that's okay. You live, you learn, you get in situations, but you have to know when it's time to move on. When it's time to bid adieu, just bow out gracefully. It's only been about 4.5 months. And yes, that is still some time to put forth in a relationship. However, girl, just move on. Because Rich is definitely not worth the trouble. Next, Andy and Tony and Danny, and I'm sure a representative from Higher Airlines, are in the conference room at the law firm. And Andy is asking the reason that Vice President Tony isn't suspended as well. And this is the thing. We have to deal with the two very real situations that are actually happening at the airport as it pertains to Danny. One, Danny is dealing with a suspension, and two, her relationship with Tony. And I think this is where Danny just got stuff effed up. Number one, Danny is suspended not because she has been involved in a romantic relationship with Tony. It is not illegal. It is not illegal for co-workers to date, as long as it does not, as long as it doesn't go against the sexual harassment policies for that particular job. It's perfectly fine. Now, Danny is suspended because she assaulted a co-worker in front of Tony, who is the vice president of the airline, in front of the human resource representative, in front of other coworkers, and in front of clients. It is amazing that Danny wasn't fired immediately. Now, there was a meeting that took place between HR and Tony that we have not been privy to as an audience, which came back for Danny to be suspended. I'm quite sure the lady wanted to fire her immediately. And I'm sure that the reason why Danny is suspended is because of Tony. If it wasn't for Tony, Danny probably would be fired. So I'm going to say he did that much as to try to protect her or cover her or stand in the gap for her. And it is amazing to me how Danny just can overlook this and try to place blame on Tony. Now, let me be, quite frank. I am not saying that Tony is innocent, because he's not. Now, when it comes to this leadership program, that's where I believe Tony messed up. I understand that he was being sincere and genuine in his actions. However, he did not think this thing through. The deadline had already passed. He got Danny into the program because she is his girlfriend, not because she is a model employee. That position should have went to someone else, not Danny. She didn't want it. She hardly acts like she wants to be at work. So he did it to better her because he loves her and because that's his girl. That's where he messed up at. That was giving Danny preferential treatment, and there does need to be an investigation when it comes to that. And whatever they decide to do with Tony, that's what they decide to do with Tony. Also, Tony has been inappropriate with Danny in front of coworkers and in front of clients. So whatever the policy is for that, yes, Tony needs to be reprimanded. But for Danny to blame Tony for her suspension as it pertains to her assaulting a coworker? Hell no. I don't even understand that. And sis is real. The fact that you got Andy representing you is wild. The fact that Andy even brought up for that Tony should be suspended is wild. And I can't wait to see, because I know the law very well. So I'm trying to see how they are going to flip this to where it's his fault. And what merit do they have to request or even inquire about a suspension for him as it pertains to Danny's assault on another employee? So I can't wait to see, what happens next week. But y'all, these people here, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I don't know what's going on. From Tony being in somebody else's business that don't concern him, from Pam trying to get Karen to exploit these babies who ain't even here yet. And we already know what she's trying to exploit. The fact that Karen has 2 children by 2 different men. I said, Pam, you need your ass beat. Anyway, that's where we are. This is season 8, episode 20, trailer breakdown entitled Boss Lady. So I'm guessing we're going to see all these women boss up in some way. At least that's what I'm thinking. But I want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. One.